Hi there, this is Pete Howard, Director of Concert Posters for Heritage Auctions. And what a magnificent beast of a poster this is. Just check it out. Wow, Howlin Wolf and Big Brother and the Holding Company with Janis Joplin, FD-27, as you know, but a super rare silkscreen, oversized edition, hand done and pulled in 1966, of the era, by Stanley Mouse and an associate at Mouse Studios. Oh my gosh, wow and double wow. And they did it just for fun and to see how cool it would look with day glow colors. Yes, those are red and green day glow colors, and even without a blacklight or whatnot, it just looks so cool. In fact, even though it's not the official poster, the FD-27 poster, it is so compelling that the Art of Rock gave it a full page. Look at that, right next to a tribal stomp, hand-colored FD1, thank you very much. But look at that, there it is, and it's called a silkscreen, that's what it is, a full page in the Art of Rock. Now that is credibility. So for the purpose of this blog and the description, online and in our catalog, I did speak with both Stanley Mouse and Eric King about this, and after speaking with them, I came up with the term ridiculously rare. That's what I came up with. Stanley doesn't have one, and Eric King didn't know about its existence for 10 years after it was made. That's just crazy. Wow. And Eric King does estimate that 25 to 30 were made because that's about when the silk screens that Mouse had done and stuff get clogged up and they're no longer very effective. And of those 25 to 30 made, he estimates that only like maybe a third of them still exist. That's just crazy. And he hasn't seen one, Eric King told me, he's not seen one transact in 7 to 10 years. That includes auctions, private sales, or anything. Is that possible? A full page in the Art of Rock and it's a once-a-decade transaction? Never mind public auction. I mean, just absolutely crazy rare and wonderful cool. And did I mention, whoops, I forgot to say, it's written on, signed by both Mouse and Kelley, the creator of the poster. I'm sure Tommy and Josh will zoom in on their pencil signatures down there. And are you serious? Double signed. That is crazy. And Eric King cannot recall ever seeing another one that is double signed. He told me, quote, "It may be that this is the only one." Wow. Whew, man, what a great piece, right? These video blogs are so fun and easy to do when the pieces are so special and just so rare and crazy. Wow, that's just, so as I mentioned, Stanley Mouse doesn't have one. Eric King does have one, but when he found out about its existence in the mid-70s, he set about and managed to track one down. Feel free to read the online and online or catalog description I wrote, which has a lot of comments by Mouse and King about this really rare poster. I can only say so much in this video blog, One point I wanted to make though is, some people might be inclined to immediately say limited edition. But to me, it's not a limited edition. It's better than that. When I think of limited editions, those are carefully planned, executed, and marketed. I call those created collectibles, which is tiny bit derogatory, really. It's just, a created collectible to make money and stuff. And so I suppose there's nothing really wrong with that. And a good example is the BG-105 Hendrix Flying Eyeball Serograph, which is a beautiful piece, 500 made and numbered and signed by Rick Griffin. That's a great piece. But this is, Mouse and Kelley didn't sign them, except this one, didn't number them, It just sort of happened organically. It's like, this is like a raw art created by one of the true masters, Stanley Mouse. And so I think it shortchanges to call it a limited edition. It's really a piece of 1966 from the era art of just a great poster and a great image. So, boy, it's just, in talking around about this, my appreciation for it grew and grew and grew. And I always wondered why it got a full page in the Art of Rock, and that's because when they put that book together, they managed to find one, somebody had one, and they said, wow, I mean, you know, the regular FD-27 poster you're going to see everywhere, and you can certainly see probably in small size in the book, but they gave this a full page hands down, and I say that was a very good choice. Just a beauty, and so rare. Well, okay, so to bid on this beast and have fun with it, the auction falls on Friday, November 7th, not Saturday. We've combined both our Friday and Saturday poster auctions this cycle down into one day on Friday, November 7th, and it sure isn't for lack of material. We've got great stuff throughout. That's not salesman talk, we really do, but the heritage powers that be wanted to see it happen all in one day and see how that works. 12 noon Central Time on Friday, November 7th. So of course, 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. Europe, people will do the math, you know. And to find out all about this, and as I said, read a lot more comments by Eric King and Stanley Mouse talking about his mouse studios and how Big Brother would rehearse downstairs from his mouse studios, and how the associate who helped him silkscreen these would at night sleep on top, you know, throw like a sleeping bag or a mattress on top of the silkscreen machine and sleep on. It's just so much. I love the naivety, the innocence and the naivety. It's just of the day, and it's crazy unique. It really is. It's unique. So anyway, to find out all that stuff, more about it, just go to the auction at ha.com/7421.